everybody, hi. I wanted to make a video for the new moon in Sagittarius. Um, it's really nice. It's as good illumination as we're gonna get for a while. So we should really enjoy it and make the most of it. It's at 10 degrees, and I don't know if you've noticed, but 10 degrees has really been a hot spot, and 8, 9, 10 degrees, even sometimes 11. Over the last bunch of months and continuing on, it's where the action is fixed, mutable, cardinal. We've seen all of that, activated. So if you have something between 8 and 11 degrees in your chart, check it out. Anyway, so this new moon is it's where we get going, because there's been so many delays on so many levels, and to an extent that continues to play out. There's still this negotiation theme. Things, they're drawn out, which nobody, I think, really suspected to be true as much as it is, because the emphasis is so much on Uranus, Square Pluto, and all these big cardinal things going down, which, they are big changes, but then they play out slowly and to fully enact them. So it takes a while, and we've been, since it's at 10 degrees, we've been in Sagittarius for a little bit now, but this moon finally kind of enacts it. It really brings it to life. We'll really feel like, okay, now we're in Sagittarius. In a different way, in a fuller way, and we'll really start to begin everything that we've been trying to freaking begin for a little while now. So that's good news. And if you have something you're trying to get off the ground, do it, okay? Get it. Don't, put it off. There'll be struggles enough as it is. The other thing that happens this week is that Mercury goes into Sagittarius, finally, thank God. I think by Wednesday evening, and it's funny to be excited about that, because Mercury, is not at home in Sagittarius, but it kind of doesn't matter, because what happens now is that things come out, secrets are revealed, people say whatever they say, and the first thing that happens, of course, as soon as it arrives, is that it squares Neptune. So who knows about the first things that people say? Are they true? Are they not true? I don't know. But there's bound to be a grain of truth in there, all right? And more than a grain, really, with Sagittarius. It's just that, it's exaggerated. Maybe it's all a little bigger and more dramatic than it might, than it needs to be, let's just say. But whatever, it's going to happen that way, so it does need to be that way. We're going to see things coming to light. We're going to see the cards are going to be, laid out on the table, which I think everyone can appreciate by now. And there's some hope, finally. There's a little bit of optimism. The other thing that happens this week is that Mars goes into Libra, where it stays for the next eternity. Okay, it stays until really close to the end of July. So that's a long time. And we'll have that Mars in Libra, Venus in Capricorn interplay, where, we've got, it's kind of it's an exchange, and I think that will help. I think that will help the energy, us to use it it's kind of hard-headed, both of them. It brings some more, Libra is a yang masculine sign, okay, get that, and male energy, very pretty male energy, but it's Mars doesn't like being in Libra, but it's gonna work there. It's gonna really help us to get things right, I think, and to balance things out over the long haul. What happens between the two of them, at least in this initial, sort of 4 months or so, is that we'll see It's very hard-headed combination between Venus and Capricorn and Mars in Libra. And, you know, they're square each other too, but the exchange will help. Um, so, so what happens is it's calculating. You know, it's calculating energy. People are trying to figure out, how do I get what I want? You know, very strategic, very focus on strategy and on accomplishment, which is not bad. You know, I think it's not super gushy, you know, kind, emotive Mars and Venus world. It's pragmatic, very, very pragmatic, and really kind of weighing, you know, assessing, well, checks and balances, and, you know, the value, long-term value of whatever you're engaged in. And since some of us are engaged in really huge changes, in fact, most of the people I talk to, well, that that would make sense, right? But most of the people I talk to are engaged in really huge changes, and this will help because it will really bring a very pragmatic, reality-based focus into the picture. And later, as the North Node moves to Libra too, that will, you know, we'll have an emphasis there on how are you going to do what you're doing in partnership. And so this is, you know, it's a little bit of a clue in to where we're headed. So this week is a pivotal week. I think really let yourself dream big for this new moon. Give yourself really a chance to embrace your highest aspiration, you know, in terms of travel, in terms of education. Just widen the scope, okay, of what you think is possible, because what we're going to do is make it happen. So make sure you're dreaming big enough, okay? All right. Bye.